morning, ladies. It is day 12 of Vlogmas, and so we are about, a week away from Christmas. So it's time to start making sure we've got everything done. And today I am going to show you a Christmas tradition that we have. We, every year, bake things for, I call them neighbors. They're not all neighbors physically, but they are usually people that we just want to let them know that they are special to us, or we want to thank them for something that they've done for us during the year. We have cattle, and if you have cattle, you know someone is always getting out. And so anyway, over the years, a lot of people have helped us out with different things. And anyway, we just like to say thank you. And so we have a huge list of people. Well, I say huge, it's not huge. I guess it's huge by my standards. But anyway, we usually will make, I don't know, 25 to 30 of these cinnamon coffee cakes. And we take them to different people who, like I said, have done things for us, or we just want to remember in a special way. And then also I will send some to work with my husband, and he has certain customers, especially ones that are going through a hard time that year. You know, there's always someone who throughout the course of the year is diagnosed with cancer, or has lost a spouse, or things like that. And so he likes to make sure he has things in his office, homemade things, to give them when they come in. And so we're going to start on that today, and I really want to share this recipe with you. This is not my recipe. A friend of ours would make us one every year, and we, honest to goodness, so they live near where we have some cattle, and so they would call and they'd be like, hey, when you come check your cows next time, stop by. We've got a cinnamon coffee cake for you. Just came out of the oven, still warm. And so anyway, we would immediately drop what we're doing and go over there and get the cinnamon coffee cake. And my husband and I would actually eat it on the way home. And we had no silverware. We were like barbarians, but it was so good, and especially warm. And I remember we would just he would have like a pocket knife or whatever in his truck, and we would cut out pieces and just use our hands and eat it. And anyway, if you try this, you will understand why we did that. It is just absolutely delicious. And so my oldest son has gone to pick up the kids from school that are done with their exam. We have 3 of them that are done at 10 o'clock this morning with today's exams. And so I took them to school, and then I had to come home and do some fencing. And so anyway, he said he would go back and pick them up, so I didn't have to go at 10 and then go back again at 3 to get the last one. So anyway, I thought while they're gone, I will make one of these, and maybe we can have a little dessert after lunch today. So anyway, let's get started. So they are called cinnamon coffee cakes. And I get my little tins at the Dollar Tree. I mean, they're not top of the line, but you get 2 of them for $1.25. And so when you're making this many of them, you kind of have to do what you have to do. So anyway, but it's, I guess it's maybe a 6 by 6 maybe. I'm not sure exactly what size this one is. But anyway, and they come with, oops, knock everything over. They come with lids. Actually, this doesn't say either, it just says 2 cake pans. But anyway, and I like the red for Christmas. I thought that was cute. So anyway, first thing we're gonna do, preheat your oven to 350. And then let's spray our pan because we don't want it to stick, okay? So then just set that aside. And I've actually never made them in this size before. Usually I do a loaf pan, but I saw that one this year and I thought, let me try that. I am hoping to be able to get 2 of those out of one set, or one mix, okay? So this is, I guess you'd call this partial homemade, wouldn't you? You need 1 box of Duncan Hines yellow cake mix, just the classic yellow. Let me grab a pair of scissors. All right. So I'm gonna pour that into my stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, it's okay, just use an electric mixer. Next, you're gonna use 1 box of vanilla pie pudding and pie filling, and 1 box of butterscotch. And they're both of them, they're the instant kind. And if you don't like butterscotch, I hate butterscotch, you cannot taste the butterscotch in this. It is amazing, that's all I can say. And I do not like butterscotch at all. So, always helpful to have the trash can right there behind you. All right, let's get that in. So that was the vanilla. And then we're gonna put in a box of butterscotch. Just pouring it all in. Okay. All right. All right, next we're gonna need 4 eggs, okay, of the large ones. So we'll just get those cracked and in there. And this is one dessert that my kids will eat. They love this. And brownies. They just don't like regular like cake and pie type things. All right, so then we want 1 cup of water. And then a 1/2 cup plus 1 tablespoon of oil, and just vegetable oil. All right, so we've got it all in, and I'm gonna use my whisk attachment. And let me show you what it looks like as we go. All right, let's see, can you, yeah, you can see that. All right. I'm gonna start small. All right. We're just gonna let that mix for a little bit, and while that's mixing, I'll tell you a cute story. So Mercy was with me yesterday, so I didn't want to say anything. She made up her Christmas list for Santa, and she only had 2 things on her list, neither of which is she getting. And so anyway, she had a kitten, which we already have Cream Puff, and Cream Puff is, let me scrape this down, is a little territorial, you know, like I don't think a kitten would work out well with Cream Puff. And the other thing was a trip to Breyer Fest, which is like this toy horse thing for the Breyer company in Kentucky. And I said, Mercy, I said, I don't think Santa's gonna bring you. I said, we can't have another cat. And I said, I don't think Santa's gonna bring you a trip to Breyer Fest. I said, we can't go all the way to Kentucky. And she looks at me and she goes, Mom, I think that if Santa worked out a Highland calf for Asher a few years ago, he can work out that trip to Kentucky for me. And I mean, what do you say to that? You know, anyway, I thought, well, I said, so Mercy, I said, I think what you really need to do is just be thankful for whatever you get. I said, I'm sure you're going to love all of your presents. But she is, you know, being the 6th one, she's got a little sass about her in order to survive in this house. So anyway, but I thought that was cute. All right, let's mix it just a little more. Okay, so we're gonna set that aside. Now, in another bowl, you need, so the recipe calls for 1 cup of brown sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I will be honest with you, that never goes far enough for me. So I make a double batch. I do 2 cups of brown sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So I've got my brown sugar in the bowl, so let me get my cinnamon. All right, and I need to get a whisk. All right, so let me show you. We're just gonna whisk this together, kind of get the cinnamon mixed up in it. And it's, you know, it's gonna be kind of coarse and crumbly kind of, which is what you want. That's important. Whoa. We should do a blooper reel, ladies. All right. There we go. We'll let that go before I make a bigger mess. All right. So now get your pan. And like I said, I'm not sure how many of these. I may only be able to get one out of it, in which case the rest of them are going to have to be loaf pans just because of how many I have to do. But I was hoping to get two. But anyway, so you're just going to pour part of your mixture in to cover the bottom. And it's going to rise when it bakes. Okay. Then you want to take some of your mixture and this is why I do a double batch of this, because I don't like to skimp on this part, because to me, this is like the good stuff, you know? All right, so we've got that on there. Now, you're going to cover this with more. I don't think I'm going to be able to get two. You know, you might be able to get 3 if you used a double batch of the cake mix stuff too, but so I don't. Yeah, I think we're just going to use it all. All right. So when I do the ones, this one we'll just eat today. But when I do the others, I think we will do the loaf pans, because I can get 2 loaves out of 1 box of cake mix. And since everything is so expensive now, you kind of have to do what you have to do in order to make it through. Okay, now on top of that, we're going to put more of our mixture. Because the part on top will actually get a little crispy, I guess you would, not crispy. I don't know what the right word is for that. Crunchy. It's just really good. Trust me. All right. So we're going to put this, let me get all my little brown sugar in there. I don't want to lose anybody. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. But, you know, depending on the size you're doing, so, you know, mine's kind of thin, but it's a little bigger. You may want to just keep a check on it, like maybe set the timer for like 35 minutes and just see kind of where it is. And it'll be like just any other cake. You're going to like touch it, you know, or stick a toothpick in it to see if it's ready. So let's get this in the oven. All right, guys, so just took the cinnamon coffee cake out of the oven, and so let me show you how amazing it looks. All right, so there it is. It's got a few little pokes where I was checking it to make sure it was done, but anyway, it's it has a wonderful kind of crust on top when you finish it. But anyway, I am going to cut into it and I will show you what it looks like. All right. Get a bigger spatula. See? So yummy. Doesn't that look good? And then it's got, so I didn't exactly get it divided quite right, but you can see it's got the cinnamon mixture in there as well as on top. So let's get a fork. Well, I can't get it on the fork. Delicious. You guys need to try this. It is out of this world. I think maybe a little bit less mix on top and just put, you know, make it thinner so that you get a more balance between the bottom layer and then the cinnamon, brown sugar, and then the top layer. But taste-wise, it could not be better. Love it. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know I have, and I'm going to enjoy it even more as I continue to eat this. But join me tomorrow, day 13 of Vlogmas. And so anyway, I look forward to seeing you ladies tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.